So this is a brand new from the factory hair topper that I made for a special client. And I got it a little bit lighter because she likes to do a custom color, and we do Shades EQ, which is a no ammonia, no peroxide color gloss. And it's just going to make it even silkier. And also it adds a coating around the strand of hair, so that way it kind of makes it appear thicker, more luxurious, and it protects from damage. So what we're gonna do first is always we're going to brush the hair before we get it wet. And I'm gonna establish where my part is in the front, because I am always gonna hold the hair system like that. So I'm gonna establish a part, and I'm going to hold my fingers just like that in the part, okay? Through the whole entire washing process. So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to apply the hair color, and then I'm going to show you the washing. So this is going to stay on for 15 minutes. What we did is we did a 6G with 5N and Sun Tea, which is a 4WG, and I just kind of did equal parts, maybe a little more of the Sun Tea, which is the 4WG Shades EQ, with equal amounts of processing solution. So I like to do it in the bowl, and I've already washed this and styled it just to present it to her to make sure that she liked it before we did any extra coloring. And I'm just going to go in and I'm gonna start applying it on the roots. I love using the bottle, so that way I can kind of like make sure I'm going in there and making sure I'm getting it on the root, okay? Because the root is literally the most important part of the whole entire hair system, to make sure it's saturated with color, you know, because sometimes we can kind of let the bottoms look a little bit more light, because that's just how natural hair looks. You want it to kind of look a little more light. And so I'm just basically going in with the tip of my color bottle and just kind of dragging it along like the lace area to make sure that I'm getting, and I'm just fingering it with my fingers, making sure that it's getting all in there. And now I'm just going to massage it in and make sure it's going through there. Now I'm going to go in and do the other side. You could do it like this, kind of going in a downward motion. And then I'm just going to make sure it went in there. Okay, and I'm still have my established part, so that way the hair is not going in any, we're not messing the cuticle or anything like that. Okay, so now I'm making sure it's all established in there on the root, everything's good, massaging that in, still I have my established part. Okay, now I'm just gonna go in. Can you come closer?
I can see me.
Okay, but I want you to see inside the bowl.
Not really.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of like zigzag and add that to the hair system, and then I'm just gonna smash it in. I'm gonna do that on both sides. Just gonna add it, and I'm just kind of starting at the mid, getting it in there. Both sides. And this is a color gel, okay? So it's conditioning as we go. It's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm getting it on the root of the inside of the system. And then I'm still established my part. Now I'm gonna fold it at the part, boom. Because I wanna make sure I'm getting the under part really good. Now I am getting the under part, and I'm doing all of this the midsection, okay? And I'm just rubbing it in the downward motion. Okay, now I'm going in towards the ends. It's very easy for me to manipulate and move around this hair system because I'm controlling it. Okay, we've got a perfect amount of established hair color, and I think I had like 5 ounces in the bottle. Okay. It really seems to be nice and saturated. So now I'm going to fold it, and I still have my established part. Then I'm gonna take my shower comb, wide tooth comb, and just very lightly make sure, I mean, see how there's like literally 0 tangles? This is how it should be, because we're not mushing it all around. Like we're literally, this is just amazing. I highly suggest using your shower comb for everything, because it's not a small tooth comb, so it's not gonna tug on the hair. You know, all of these hair systems are made, so this has a wefting formation around here, which those are very durable. In here, this is all hand tied. So they're doing 2 knots on the hair to get it to stay inside the mesh. Now, how many times do you think that you can pull a knot before it unravels? So we have to consider that when we're playing with these hair systems and doing what we need to do. Okay, so we're gonna let that sit on here for 15 minutes and then we'll be right back. Thank you. Hi, Emily, we're here with Bond Hair Bar, and we have just waited 15 minutes for the Shades EQ. I would not wait much longer than that, because you don't want the dye molecules to get big inside the lace and just be disruptive. This is literally 15, 20 minutes. It's all we need. So I still have my established part, okay? So I'm not messing anything up. I'm just focusing on the root to make sure I'm pushing all of that out. Lukewarm water. And I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing on the inside, okay? Lukewarm water. Let's get it all out of the lace, everywhere. Okay. I really want to make sure I'm getting it all out of the lace first with my lukewarm water. Okay, and now I just kind of like hold it like this and just start pushing it down to the ends of the hair. It has a beautiful color now. Pushing it down to the ends of the hair. Lukewarm water. It's beautiful. I can still see the colors coming out. Now, a lot of the times they say don't wash it because you want the dye molecule to stay in there, but I think it's a bad idea not to wash it, especially because these are hair systems and I don't want to get the stuff to just stay in there. I want to rinse it all the way out. Okay, now, only use sulfate-free shampoo. Okay, I'm just gonna use Olaplex because any bonding shampoo is gonna be sulfate-free. Okay, so I still have my established part. Now, it's getting sudsy. I'm always just kind of like wiping it down, wiping it down. Yep, still I have my established part. Wiping it down. Okay, I'm gonna do 2 shampoos. Because the first one just kind of breaks the seal. I wanna make sure I get it really clean. I'm going inside. I'm gonna add a little bit more. Make sure this all gets nice and clean. And I still have my established part, and sometimes I'll put my fingers here and just fold it over, right? So I can get the underside nice and good. Just keep pulling that down the hair shaft. Okay, now I'm coming back in. I'm making sure it's all good underneath here. Now you don't want to just leave it in the bowl and like let it mix around. No, we have to make sure that we're not creating any knots. Okay, I'm going to fold it back around. I still have my established part. Keeping it all going in a downward motion. Very good, very pretty. This is going to be a really nice, probably somewhere around a level 5G. Because we started and it was kind of like a 7G. It was pretty light. Okay, I'm not seeing any more suds really. Okay, now I'm going to get all that water off. I'm using Blvd detangling solution. Very, very, very lightweight conditioner. Blvd detangling solution. Very good. Oh gosh, if you have tangly hair as a person, this is your dream. Okay, starting from the ends with my shower comb. Look at how it's just like butter. Just like butter. I'm not ripping, I'm not pulling. And also, just keep your conditioner down here, okay? Boom. Normally, we're gonna let that sit for like 3 to 5 minutes because we want to reestablish moisture. And then we're gonna rinse it out and show you how to style. So after 3 to 5 minutes, we're gonna rinse it completely out and we're gonna towel dry. Okay, perfect.
Just rinse it out.
Yeah, I'll rinse it out now. Now I'm going to do cold water. I still have my established part. Cold water, rinsing, rinsing, rinsings. And I'm going to show you how to dry this in the towel so it still stays really nice. I want to make sure everything's removed from the hair shaft. Oh, everything. We don't want to leave any buildup in the hair because then it's going to get clumpy and it's not going to move freely like nice hair. The more buildup and oil and whatever's, it just gets clumpy. And then it'll start looking like a hair piece. We don't want that. We want it to move freely. Okay, I got it all off. I rinsed it really nice. Now I'm just gonna like string out all of that. Okay, then I'm gonna bring my towel in, okay? I still have my established part area, and I'm just gonna pick it up like that. Okay, put it here. And I'm going to burrito it in. Then I'm going to twist it. I usually kind of like put it in between my legs and just twist it. Boom. We are getting all of that out. And then I'm going to show you part 2 of styling your hair system. So basically I'm going to let this dry, air dry, under the hood dryer. Okay? And then we'll show you the rest. Thank you.